Kia ora tātou, ko Cerys Davidson, toku ingoa. We're here at the pop-up photography studio, and we're here talking to Marilyn Sainty and Deborah Smith about a collection of clothes that they developed together, a collaboration in the late 90s. But we'll swing back to the 80s and when you first met, and then your first collaboration. So you initially met in the 80s, you were mentioning earlier.
Yeah, I worked at a shop called Real Time on Ponsonby Road, and it was a shop that sold New Zealand decorative objects, decorative arts. Fantastic shop, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Wonderful. Yeah. And just had quite a special, beautiful interchange with Marilyn. And then in the 90s, Marilyn approached me to do some photography for her, and I was kind of uncomfortable about it. I didn't think I was a fashion photographer, and my brother said, "Don't be silly, let's just do it." And so we went off to the McGregor Museum at the Auckland University and photographed Marilyn's beautiful dress with this tiger skeleton. And I thought that would be the end of my photography career with Marilyn Sainty, but she just went straight for the tiger, and then it was all on. So we collaborated together right up till she retired. Seems weird saying you retired because you're the most unretired person I've ever met, but stopped designing clothes in New Zealand, and was it 2005?
Yes,
I think.
And that culminated in the exhibition Object Space?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So this collection of garments here, this was from 1988, 1989?
That's right. Yeah.
1998.
Sorry, 98.
1998.
Yes, yeah. And you were saying that Marilyn had been producing a number of garments which had these blocks of fabric on the back. What was
They were printed squares.
Printed squares.
Yes.
And inspired by Rothko?
Yes.
Yeah. How did that come about?
Oh, and I just went to an exhibition, a Rothko exhibition in Paris, and it really was very beautiful. And so when I came home, I started putting squares on.
And did you invite Deborah to take that further?
Yes, and I never remember these conversations, but I must have said, would you put some photos on the next phase.
Was this the first series which had photos on it?
I'm pretty sure it was. And this beautiful linen is really sort of classic, old school Marilyn sort of textile. Always had this great love of beautiful, high quality fabrics, and that's why so many of her clothes are still around, because there's such good quality fabrics and they've been beautifully made, and they've got lots of lovely secrets. Like they always have very beautiful linings and buttons, and it was really lovely to be asked to put your photographs on the clothing, because I saw a woman walking over Grafton Bridge wearing one of them, and it was quite thrilling. It's kind of nice when your photography gets outside of the white cube and goes off on its own private life, and so it was a beautiful opportunity. I'm really grateful to Marilyn. Like, just digging this box of stuff out has just reminded me of what an incredible time we had, and working with lots of women who weren't professional models. This all extraordinary woman, and they've often got the feeling of a film still, haven't they, Marilyn?
Yeah, especially that one, I think.
Some sort of adventure or sort of fantasy.
So you're really taking fashion photography a lot further than it was at the time, is that?
I guess I didn't even really think of it as fashion. No. I just thought it was like they were just portraits of interesting women, sort of engaging in these narratives, that were otherworldly or funny or melancholy. I was telling Marilyn this morning, I think there was always another agenda often going on with me, like somebody I wanted to feel good about themselves, or sort of, I don't know, just to have an experience.
And in terms of your working relationship, you spoke about that freedom that Marilyn gives you and vice versa in terms of each bringing their own into the partnerships that you've worked on together.
With the exhibition in Hawke's Bay, which for me was probably the most exciting thing I've ever done.
And this was Dust Cloak in 2000.
Dust Cloak, yes.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Deb's very inspiring, and you know, it was wonderful to tell personal stories through clothes.
And is that this one here?
They're all pretty personal, you know. That one, yes, that's Fighting with My Sister. Yeah. That one was Necessary Protection. It went, the thing went over the heart. Vita Cochran did the pictures and it covered the heart.
Yeah.
And of course, Deb, you designed this little book, didn't you, Emery?
Design might be a strong word.
And we made pig dolls of the family, and my sister died at 40, so it was lovely to honour her as well. Yeah. You know, yeah. No, that was the nicest thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was pretty dreamy. It was my hometown, but Marilyn had grown up in a small town in New Zealand as well, so there were things we recognised. And we had this thing that a yoga teacher told us was woundology, like where we just understood each other because we both had these, you know, these losses of people in our families that were far too young. So we just sort of understood each other and sort of, I don't know, I think we were very good at playing as well. Yeah. Like we were very happy to sit down and make our whole family out of pig dolls with their faces collaged on. And I work with bereaved children now, and that has become one of our perennial projects. It's called Pig Guardians, where the kids make those pig dolls were the best dressed pig dolls in the world because they all had Marilyn Sainty originals on them. Yes.
So coming back to these garments, was this the first collaboration where you've really designed a collection together, essentially? So your two practices have come together in garments?
No, I just gave her the photographs. I mean, I totally trusted her, and I just knew she'd do something really interesting with them.
What I do notice, you notice the things that are wrong. That stretch fabric with stretch in it means the photograph no longer looks still after it's been washed. They looked pristine at the time.
Well, these are very old. All of these clothes are very old. I mean, and they were thrashed. So,
25 years down the track. Yeah.
This one too, but
we've got a photo of that one on a coat here as well. So that
one was lovely.
How many images were used across them?
Well, quite a few actually. Like these were from the next year, and then the next year Marilyn would make T-shirts with images that I was exhibiting on posters around the city. So it just kind of kept going. Yeah, it's really nice.
Well, that's wonderful. Thank you very much for sharing with us today.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Thank you.